Hey, it's Emily from Chasing Simple, and today I am taking you along with me on our family trip to Lake City, Colorado, which is a place that we go every year. It's a special place to my husband, and it's become special to me since becoming married to him. And every year we just rent a little simple cabin here. And this one was pretty simple. None of them are very fancy. I will say we are often tempted to want to maybe own something here so that we could, have a little more pick in terms of what it's going to look like and everything. But it's totally fine for a week long rental. And this place was kind of fun because it was like a neighborhood of cabins basically. And then they had this little park and then river access right on the property, which was just nice because, sometimes you just need to be able to fill 20 minutes or something and get some energy out for the 4-year-old and everything. And so it was fun to let him throw rocks in the river and everything, which he always just completely enjoys doing. And so scenic. This town is about an hour away from true civilization, if you will. I mean, they've got the basics, like not a real grocery store, but kind of a basic grocery store in it, and a handful of restaurants, but not a whole lot. And that's just fine because you don't really need anything because it's so beautiful here. And so, we just had so much fun coming. And I think I had shared in my prep video that I did bring some food with us. It's just nice to be able to have the flexibility to cook in our unit if we want to. So brought some frozen breakfast sausage and just some ice packs for coolers and such, and then brought seltzers and milk and some veggies to snack on and lettuce and then spinach for my eggs. I tend to kind of eat the same breakfast on vacation as I do elsewhere. And then sandwich stuff and bacon and yogurt for my husband and son, and strawberries and stuff for kebabs, and a cut up watermelon. And that will kind of get us through. Oh, and then I did some shredded beef to use for like nachos or taco salads or whatever. So it just kind of gives us some flexibility to have a few things with us. And I would say we still eat out at least once and sometimes twice in a day, but it's really nice to have the flexibility to be able to come back to our place if we want to. So, yeah, and this is just more scenes from our the place that we stayed, and just such a beautiful river and everything. Obviously, you kind of have to watch your kids closely when you've got rushing water like that, but super fun. They have this really cute little miniature golf course that is, very handmade, and it's 18 holes of golf. While we were here, we actually saw a deer walk right on through. And so that's always fun, to get to see wildlife and everything while you're there. But this is a super cute golf course, and kids golf for free if they're under 5. And so my son does enjoy frequenting this place, and he does not know the rules of golf yet. And we have not bothered to teach him. So if he doesn't get it in the first time, he just keeps on trying. But we love to take this route into town when we walk to town each day because it's gorgeous along the river, and my son and husband love to skip rocks across the river, and the water is super clear. Like if you were a fisher, you'd be able to see the fish in the water, which is nice. But just such a gorgeous area. I mean, you're literally surrounded by mountains on every side. There's this cute little garden in town that has a sandbox, and so my son always liked going over there and playing with the cars and filling up the sand buckets and everything. And then during the day, we always come back to wherever we're staying for just a couple of hours and just give my son a chance to rest. He doesn't really nap anymore, but just kind of to settle in with, a book or a show or whatever. And on this particular rainy afternoon, I was just really enjoying sitting on the patio with my quilt, and I always like to make a quilt to work on by hand while I'm in Lake City because it's just so relaxing, and I love the memories that come along with that. And it's just nice to like soak up the mountain air. And it's like high 60s, low 70s, and I would say it feels pretty warm. Like I would say it feels more like 80 out, but if it's rainy or we were in the shade, it's pretty comfortable to sit with even a quilt that has a wool batting in it on your lap. So that worked out really nicely. And I just loved being able to have the chance to be creative and have a moment of quiet amidst the parenting in a different location and just kind of recharge. And it was beautiful to enjoy an afternoon shower while that was happening. So we were here over 4th of July week, and so this is such a fun Americana place to be. I mean, it feels like you're in a little Hallmark movie, but they do kind of like a field day for 4th of July, and it's kind of a 2-day celebration because on the 3rd there's like yard games basically in the main park, and then food trucks and a beautiful fireworks display that evening. And it's just really beautiful to be like surrounded by the mountains and everything and to see the fireworks show. And then in the morning there is a very sweet parade, and you can just tell that the people in this town just take a lot of pride in their town and in America too. So this was cool. This was, the flags for the various service agencies, and we kind of got to be right at the front of the parade route, mostly because we left really way too late to get parking anywhere else. But gosh, what a fun parade. They throw out so much candy and popsicles and all kinds of fun things. And so my son was just thrilled to death with all the things that he got to pick up during the parade. And, it was fun to see the horses and fun to see the different old-timey cars and decorated vehicles and everything. And so it was just a really sweet, like, hometown type of parade. And then after that, we headed to the main town park for kind of like a field day. And it's just so fun. They do it by age, and they do like a foot race and a sack race and a egg toss game. And it takes all day because they do it for all of the various age groups. My son actually won first prize in the 4 and under foot race. So that was sure cute. And he was really excited about his ribbon. And they have like a women's group in town that does kind of a hot dog and chili bar and everything. And you can purchase that as a fundraiser for them. And then they do a duck derby where you can purchase a rubber duck to put into the race and see if you win. And as small of a town as this is, they do have some really great restaurants, and certainly there's plenty to enjoy while you're here. This was a cute little breakfast spot that had great yard games for kids while you were waiting. And then we headed to the town museum afterwards, which is really sweet. It has like gardens and little playhouses and a train and all sorts of fun things that our son really enjoys checking out. And we actually come here every year, and he really looks forward to it. But the highlight of our time here is definitely the old-fashioned soda shop. We come at least once a day and get ice cream, so that definitely makes it feel like vacation. But I cannot recommend Lake City highly enough. Of course, it's great for when you have young kids because there's just a bunch of playgrounds and you don't feel like you're missing out on anything, but they also have great four-wheeling. So if you like doing that kind of thing, then that is certainly fun too. But thanks for joining me on our trip, and I hope it gave you an idea for one of your own. I hope you'll like this video and subscribe for more content like this.